People call Paul Bocuse a legend. In Lyon, that man is an institution. His influence isn't just a story. It's the baseline every kitchen here is measured against. Technique first, product second, ego last. You taste it in a Bouchon when something simple lands with precision rather than nostalgia. Not because it's old, because the standard never dropped. The city cooks with that standard in its bloodstream.
Lyon wakes up hungry. Not rushed, but ready. You smell the boulangeries before you see them. Butter and yeast pulling you down the narrow streets. You walk the Tribules, these hidden, covered passageways woven through the city's old walls. Originally built for silk workers to move goods out of the rain, now they just feel like secrets the city decided to share with you. Everything here feels connected to the past, but the past is just a starting point. Takao Takano operates on a different frequency. 2 Michelin stars, but zero arrogance in the dining room. Coming here for lunch is one of the best moves you can make in Lyon. Their lunchtime menu en vie is €80, an incredible value that refuses to compromise a single detail. I had Mediterranean octopus with root vegetables, bathed in a warm shellfish tea. Fours mountain chicken layered with wild mushrooms, bacon, and a sage yogurt. And candied black figs from Soleil's, served with Sicilian pistachios and lavender milk. What is left on the plate is pure focus. Ingredients that taste sharper. You eat here and realize that true luxury isn't about adding more. It's about knowing exactly what to take away. Confidence in the negative space. La Table is proof that Lyon is not just a museum of culinary history. The room has a modern energy, unstuffy, alive. Plates that feel architectural, but deeply rooted in the soil. I had the duckling with cabbage and a deep glossy bordelaise sauce. The catch of the day, grounded by aioli and saffron. And a dessert of morello cherry, pistachio, and vanilla. The kitchen knows the old rules of the city, but they are clearly writing their own. It is food that doesn't need to shout to get your attention. It earns it with every bite. Clean, bright, forward-looking. You can feel that same shift in the historic heart of Vieux Lyon. Walk the ancient cobblestones and push through the door at Armada, and the energy completely changes. You see exposed beams, heavy stone. A neo-bistro run by a young crew, tearing up the traditional French playbook. They serve small plates meant to be shared, which, in a city built on strict rhythm of courses, is its own quiet kind of revolution. Bright, punchy sauces. Natural wine poured without the lecture. This place feels like an incredibly talented group of cooks throwing a dinner party in a centuries-old building. Irreverent, lively, exceptionally good. But you cannot simply understand Lyon without the Bouchons, the historic workers' taverns. Rooms packed with pork, butter, and loud conversation. The Bouchon Des Filles keeps the soul of that tradition, but shifts the weight just a bit. Run by women, it breathes fresh air into a very antiquated format. They offer a €32 menu, but that number doesn't prepare you for the sheer volume that awaits. It starts with a parade of salad bowls hitting the table. And then another plate, a beautiful, chaotic excess, before the heavy hitters finally arrive. I had creamy veal kidneys, served with spinach and rice. A regional classic, but cooked with a touch that feels bright instead of burdensome. The dining room is loud. You are eating shoulder to shoulder with strangers, completely overwhelmed by the amount of food. And by the end of the night, it feels entirely right. That modern current running through the kitchens here bleeds into the glass too. Abstract Bar feels like half retro bistro, half futuristic laboratory. They don't just mix spirits here. They distill them. They create single ingredient distillates they call monochromes. Science stripping flavor down to its absolute core. I had the Martini Pâtissier, built on their monochrome butter distillate, folded into vermouth with rice syrup and orange blossom. It tastes like a French pastry translated into pure, clear spirit. It's an approach to drinking that feels incredibly deliberate. You aren't just ordering a cocktail, you're tasting an obsession with clarity. Across town, L'Archimiste takes a different angle entirely. Wood, stone, and green leaves. It's a room built on the experience of bartenders who traveled the world and brought their notes back to Lyon. The drinks are wildly complex. Ingredients you have to ask about. Techniques that take days to prep. But the room itself never demands you care about any of that. It just wants you to relax. No pretension. Just very good craft delivered without ego. It is exactly the kind of bar every neighborhood needs.
If you want to better understand the region, you have to leave Lyon for a moment. Follow the Rhône down to a town like Tain, a small village anchored by world-class winemakers sitting at the base of Hermitage Hill, one of the most important hills in French winemaking. Granite terraces, old vines, and biodynamic farming give the valley its structure. This is where Syrah found identity. So when you return to Lyon or back home and you sit down with a glass of wine, you carry the landscape with you.
The train ride down the Rhône River is a necessary transition, moving out of the dense city and into open land. You come to a place like Tain L'Hermitage because Lyon's kitchens don't exist in a vacuum. They are fueled by the agriculture of this valley. This is a working village sitting in the shadow of a legendary granite hill. This is the birthplace of Syrah. You walk past the steep vineyards of Michel Chapoutier and feel that history crunching under your boots. They've been pulling greatness out of this dirt since 1808, championing biodynamic farming long before it was a buzzword. Old vines gripping the hill. You taste the Syrah here, exactly where it was born, and the geography suddenly makes perfect sense. Then you sit down at Le Mangevins, a tiny dining room hidden down a quiet alleyway, literally. I missed it twice. Serving up massive, honest flavors. Food that was designed from the ground up to do exactly one thing: respect the wine it's served with. Unfussy, but perfect. And because Tain understands obsession, you must end at Valrhona. Founded by a pastry chef over a century ago, they looked at the world of cocoa and decided to treat it exactly like the wine next door. Chocolate crafted with the same quiet reverence as the wine. It reminds you that terroir isn't just for grapes. It's for everything that takes root in this valley, in this world. So you take the train back up the river as the sun drops. You carry the dirt of the valley on your boots, and suddenly, the whole ecosystem of this place clicks into focus. Lyon isn't a culinary museum. It's a living, breathing machine. Bocuse laid the foundation. The granite and the soil provide the roots. But the people cooking, distilling, and pouring today, they aren't just preserving history. They know that to truly honor the past, you have to push it forward. You have to test it. You have to ask it questions. And in this city, The standard never drops.